Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn a new topic lesson called Lesson 4 Solids, Liquids, and Gases. And in this lesson, by the way, welcome to my channel Vidyaramam Academics. Education starts here. So, we are going into our topic. This is solids, liquids, and gases. Here, I would like to practically show you solids. So, first, I'll tell you the definition, children. See, what are solids? Yes, correct. Solids are these. Yes, children. This is what? This is a book. This will come under what? This is what? Whiteboard. This is also solid. Solid. And now I'll tell you the definition of solid. The molecules are very closely packed, and there is a strong force of attraction between them. That is the solids. Now, what is this? Correct. This is a glass of water. Means what, children? Liquid. So here, unlike solids, the liquids, the molecules are very not at all close to each other due to weak force of attraction. That means the weak force of attraction will be there, so they are not very close, and the attraction will not be more. See, it is liquid. That's why see it is not packed like this. The molecules are not closely packed. This is liquids. Next, now we are going to talk about the gases. What are gases? See, children, I have taken a polythene cup and I have blown air into this. What is there in this? Gas. So, now by this, what do you understand? Yes. Now what I did, when I bet on that, the gas has came out. So what is the definition of the gas? Is nothing but the force of attraction between the molecules is very weak in gases. So the molecules in the gases are far apart from each other and they are free to move. So now you got a clear picture now about solids, liquids, gases. Now some more qualities we will learn about the solids, liquids, and gases, children. In solids, they cannot move away from each other, and so the solids are generally hard, rigid, and have definite shape and volume and cannot flow. See, children, it is given in the textbook. See this. Okay. Now we'll talk about the liquids. See, just now I showed you the water, no, here, and now what is happening? The force of attraction is less. I told you, no, in between the molecules. So the molecules in the liquids can move and slide over each other. This may make the liquid flow. And the liquids can shape of any container in which they are poured. See, suppose I will show you one more container also. In that if you pour, that again it will take the same shape. So the liquid do not have any definite shape but have a definite volume. Now, see, children, when I am pouring in this container, what is happening? See, it has taken this container shape. Correct? So this is liquid. It doesn't have it will flow into whatever container you take. This is also one type of container, and this glass I showed you. That means the liquids, they take the shape of the container in which they are poured. So the liquid do not have a definite shape but have a definite volume. Now we are talking about the gases. See the gas what is given in the textbook. Just now I showed you, no? Here the gas is there in the balloon and the molecules of the gas are very loosely packed like this. See, in which they are kept. So the gases are flown easily and fill the container completely in which they are kept. So the gases neither have a fixed shape nor have a fixed volume. Go. Yes, change of state. So now changes of the states we have, you know the basic things in the class 3 and 4 you have discussed already, your teachers. So now what is a change of state means? The matter is changing from one state to the other. That is the meaning of the change of state, children. And let's see the effect of heating or cooling on the molecules of matter. Now first we are learning in this evaporation. What is it? Evaporation. The name only is suggesting the change of liquid into its gaseous state on heating is called evaporation. Okay? The change of liquid into its gaseous state on heating is called evaporation. Means the liquid, now I will show you how the liquid is changing into a gas. Okay, children? Yes. Just now I told you, no, evaporation, this is the best example. Now in a kettle we are heating the water. See, water is a liquid and when it is heated, the liquid is changing into the gaseous state on heating and this is called evaporation. Now you can see the bubbles and vapors also, children. Yes, you can see the small vapors are coming out. Can you see? Yeah. You can see the vapors? No? Yes, correct. That means the liquid is changed into the gaseous state. When water is heated, it changes into water vapor. So this is because on heating the water molecules start moving fast and they become free and escape into the air in the form of water vapor. So, and can move much more freely. This is called evaporation. Yes children, the next change of state is, I am talking about melting. The ice is a solid. When it is kept at a warm place, the movement of the molecules in ice increases and they become free from the rigid form. They become loosely packed and form water. The change of solid state into liquid state on heating is called melting. Means just when we are leaving, no, see, they are changing into water, no. So this process is called melting. The change of state into this solid state into a liquid state on heating is called melting. Heating means children, you can heat, you can keep it on the fire and show also, but when you leave the ice outside also it is changing. See, because of the heat outside in the atmosphere, this solid is changing into liquid. You can see now. So this is process is called melting. Next change of state I am going to show you is condensation. When steam gets cooled, it condenses to form water again. This happens because of cooling steam. So the change of gaseous state into liquid state on cooling is called condensation. See children, I kept on the boiling water a lid. Now what happened? The water vapor forms the water droplets on the inside this lid. See, and see the water droplets now. So this process is called condensation. Yes. Now see children, water droplets. Now you can see now clearly. So the movement of water molecules becomes slower. They start to move close to each other. They become less free to move and thus come closer to each other to form water. So this change of gaseous state into liquid state on cooling is called condensation. See children. Now this gas, water vapor is changed into liquid now. So that is the condensation. Yes children. Now we are going to talk about freezing. This is one more change of state. You can see now in this tray, ice cubes are there. So when you cool water, the movement of its molecules slow down and they come very close to each other and pack into a rigid shape of form called ice. Now the change of liquid to solid on cooling is called freezing. That's what we did now. When we pour in the tray water, what is happening? When you freeze it, it is becoming changing into a liquid. That liquid, what is happening? So when you freeze it, this liquid only is changing into a solid. Understood? No, solid means is nothing but I am showing you now, this is ice. Okay, so this is called, when you change of the liquid into a solid again, is called freezing. Yes, the change of liquid to solid on cooling is called freezing. Understood children? Clear? Now just we will learn the process properly. Just look at the board. Yes, now see children, ice, when it is melted, it is undergoing melting, it will be changed into, means water. Now water again, when it is freezed, when you kept in the fridge in the freezer, it is becoming into ice. Now water, when you keep on, just now I showed you know, on a fire on stove, it is evaporation process is happening and it is changed into steam. Now just now I showed you know. So steam, again when you are keeping a liquid, you saw the water droplets, that is called condensation. Again that water droplets is nothing but what children? When all the water droplets at one place they are kept, they become into a liquid, it is called water. Okay children, it is clear now. Now when you keep this, it is in your mind, it is very easy to remember the concepts. Now the next concept, take a glass of water, add 1 spoon of sugar into this children. See what is happening now. What I am doing, I am stirring the sugar into the water. I am making the sugar water. Correct? Now we will see. Can you see the sugar crystals? Yes. Still more I am stirring. See. Yes. See children, what happened to these sugar crystals? Wow, they have got dissolved into the water. That means what is happening? You find that the particles of the sugar disappear and see where have the sugar particles gone? The molecules of sugar take up the space between the molecules of water. So we can say that the sugar get dissolved in water. Yes, clearly I showed you. The sugar got dissolved in water. Correct. So the solids get dissolved into liquids. That is, the solid means sugar got dissolved into liquid means water. Correct? Now the sugar got dissolved into water. Now we are going into the next step. Now you must have seen a painter removing paint from his hand by using turpentine oil, not water. This is because the paint gets dissolved in turpentine oil and can easily be removed, whereas it does not dissolve in water. So water cannot be used to remove the turpentine oil. Some of the liquids, when mixed together, dissolve in each other. Means some liquids, see, oil is also a liquid, water is liquid. So when mixed together, dissolve in each other. For example, liquids like glycerin and alcohol dissolve in water. Okay, so that means glycerin and alcohol, children. So these two, they get dissolved in water. Yes. That means, for example, kerosene oil is there and vegetable oil, they do not dissolve in water. Kerosene oil and vegetable oil, that will never dissolve in water. So now this is a different concept which we have learned now. Now we will go into the next topic, that is gases in water. So up to now we have seen solids in water, that is the glass of sugar has got dissolved in water, correct? So this is solids in water. Now liquids in water. Now we are going to learn the gases in water. Yes, now next topic is gases in water. Now when we are boiling the water is boiled, it is dissolved, gases separate out. Dissolved gases will separate out. When we are boiling the water, the dissolved gases will separate out. Just now I showed you on that condensation process also. No, I showed you how the water bubbles are forming. So when you boil water, you observe some bubbles are formed along the sides of the beaker also. These dissolved gases they get separated from the water on heating. The gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen dissolve in water. Carbon dioxide and oxygen dissolve in, they get dissolved in water. Okay, they get dissolved in water. Yes. Then for example, water in rivers, oceans, lakes, they have oxygen already dissolved in it, children. You must have seen when you open the bottles of aerated drinks also, when you open like that sound will come, no, when you are drinking the thumbs up also, correct? So the bubbles of the gas will come out. These are the bubbles of the carbon dioxide gas, and which has been dissolved in water under great pressure. Those bottles, when they are packed, no, when you open the lid, my son also like that very much, means thumbs up bottle is there. When you are opening, what happened, then the sound will come, no, when you open the lid, when you turn it and open. That means what is happening, those are packed under a great pressure and the carbon dioxide gas is coming out. When the change occurs only in the shape, size and state of matter, it is called physical change. See children, this is next, we are going into the next topic of this lesson, physical and chemical changes. Now I am talking about the physical change. That means when the change occurs only in the shape, size and state of matter, it is called physical change. Now I will show you clearly. See children, this I have showed you this. Now physical change may occur due to heating and cooling. For example, when you heat water, it changes into steam. I showed you now just now. Now in this also you can see liquid. Now after some time, when I take out this, you can see water, no, small water droplets. That means this ice is changing into water. That means solid is changing into water, correct? Solid means ice is changing into water, means solid is changed into the liquid state, water again. So similarly, when you freeze water, it changes into ice. On keeping the ice in the warm place, it changes into water again. So other examples of the physical change are stretching of a rubber band and cutting of air. That means now this is liquid, children, means water. First we kept in the freezer, it has changed into solid. Now again this solid, I kept it out. What is happening? See, water. Again this solid is changing into liquid, means the ice is changing slowly because of the atmosphere heat into liquid, means it is changing into the water. See, correct? Water, liquid. So this change is called a physical change. Next it is chemical change, children. Now I am talking about chemical change. Just now I spoke about physical change. Now I showed you also. So when the matter changes altogether to form a new substance, it is called chemical change. Now again I am repeating, when the matter changes altogether to form a new substance, it is called chemical change. I would like to show you one small experiment for this, that is
అక్కడ బయట ఇక్కడ కాదు మమ్మీ.
So I am showing the chemical change, children. See, now when I lit the fire to the paper, it is changing into ash, correct? This change is irreversible, correct? Now see, yes, this is irreversible and it is a permanent change and cannot be reversed, children. So for example, when you burn a piece of paper, see, I am showing you, it changes into ash and this is a chemical change, because when we burn a paper, it changes completely new substance called ash and we cannot get the paper back. So other examples of the chemical changes are making a chapati from wheat flour, curdling of milk, etc. So burning of paper is a chemical change, means it is a irreversible. Now I can't bring the paper back, correct? See, this all paper is changing into ash. So this is a best example for the chemical change. So the physical change is reversible. Okay, means ice into water, water into ice. Okay, that is reversible. But this chemical change is irreversible, means we cannot change it. Okay, children. Now I would like to tell you one more small. I am ending up this lesson. This lesson is finished. Before that I would like to talk about the expansion of matter. When we heat a substance, its size increases, children, and this increase of size is called a expansion of matter. Okay, and contraction of matter. How the contraction of matter happens? When we cool a substance, its size decreases. This decrease in size of matter is called contraction of matter. So I would like to tell you some more keywords which are given in the textbook. See, children, matter, molecules, learn the spellings properly: expansion, contraction, evaporation, melting, condensation, freezing. Okay, I will tell you the spellings. You also repeat after me. Matter, M-A-T-T-R, matter.
matter.
Molecules,
molecules.
M-O-L-E-C-U-L-E-S, molecules.
molecules.
Expansion,
expansion.
contraction.
contraction.
Very good, Shanmuka. Evaporation,
evaporation.
melting,
melting.
condensation,
condensation.
freezing.
freezing.
So see the spellings one more time, children. E-X-P-A-N-S-I-O-N, expansion. C-O-N-T-R-A-C-T-I-O-N, contraction. E-V-A-P-O-R-A-T-I-O-N, evaporation. M-E-L-T-I-N-G, melting. C-O-N-D-E-N-S-A-T-I-O-N, condensation. F-R-E-E-Z-I-N-G, freezing. Okay, children, so this is the end of this lesson. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Please, if you have any doubts, go through the lesson and keep it in the comment section. I'll be happy. One more time I am asking you, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back with one more lesson. Thank you.